This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Nick Sirianni being a huge problem. Devin White, weird retweet. Also, there's still hope. There is still hope, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we hop straight into it, I was looking at the comments, or at least some of them on my last video. Look, man, I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I'm not even saying bench Jalen Hurts, but I'm saying if he continues to play like how he's playing, he will hurt our team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like the first game, that pick over the middle when he was trying to hit Devontae Smith, it's like, what was you thinking? But we chalked it up to week one. Week two, that was, what's that, Atlanta? Forgot week two. I think week two was Atlanta, and it was a couple seconds to go. And you could put that on Jalen Hurts, not put that on Jalen Hurts. But the 24-second, he threw the pick to Jesse Bates, even though he just needed a few yards for a field goal. It's like, okay, maybe, maybe not. Do you put that more on Saquon for dropping it in the first place? Eh, you could say that. But then week three, we go against the Saints. And the Saints, we moving the ball, driving. And then he decides to throw a trust ball to Devontae Smith. It's like, yo, bro, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? And then today's game, it's just momentum killers, man. He ain't throw a pick, but that fumble, he was holding the ball way too long. And then again, I'm not even blaming the loss on Jalen Hurts because I said if we was to lose this game, and it was a big if when I said that, I'm like, okay, you don't got the talent, but don't show the same signs. He's still showing the same signs of turning the ball over. And that's just the God honest truth. It's just the truth, and nobody want to hear it because we all love Jalen Hurts, but we got to keep it real. No matter who comes back, Lane Johnson, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, whatever, if he's still throwing picks, turning the ball over, and holding the ball too long, same results. Maybe we get more wins out of it because the talent is there, but you just simply cannot match this problem. Then people bringing up, oh, look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers and Jalen Hurts' numbers. They practically identical, which I will say, this might sound weird to say, even though the Chiefs are 4-0 and we're 2-2, because we are technically losing, we can see like, okay, we have to fix this. Whereas though with the Chiefs, they're like, well, we win it, and they probably, overlooking the Patrick Mahomes turnovers, whatever. Because we did that last year. We were just coming back, beating teams, and we was like, well, we are winning, so who cares? But now we look like an average team. It's a lot that we got to fix. So again, I'm not putting a loss on Jalen Hurts, but I do say Jalen Hurts got to work on some things, and the front office need to help him by getting rid of Nick Sirianni. Yes, we're gonna hop into the topic, man. Nick Sirianni is a huge problem because he's the common denominator in all of this. I'm seeing last year's stuff going into this year's stuff. 2022, we knew Shane Steichen took over because he said it and you've seen the difference. But now that you don't have that, Nick Sirianni is the common denominator here, right? Because look how Jalen Hurts talk about Nick Sirianni. Let me play the clip.
On the team as the head coach and the quarterback. As you enter the bye and you want to find an identity, do you two talk about maybe, what you want the message to be to the team or how you kind of want to handle, as you guys go into the second part of the year?
We have our moments.
What's your plan for the bye week?
I don't know yet. I think overall, I just have to play better. I got to play better. We have a ton of opportunities to lead the offense and really play complementary ball, and it starts with me on that side of the ball. And I would get down like we did. We got to help. I have to help the defense out, executing, communicating. The things that I'm seeing on the field, and just trying to really create the momentum that we need just to get in the end zone. It starts with me in terms of getting in the end zone and leading drives, and I didn't do a good enough job with.
Do that look like a guy that respect his head coach? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then just the decision of not getting Saquon more involved. Saquon should have had 25 plus carries this game. I don't care what they say or what they thinking. Saquon Barkley should have had 25 plus carries. And let's listen to what Nick Sirianni said about Saquon Barkley while he had a lack of carries.
Two carries in the first three possessions. What was behind
We had 9 plays. I mean, you had 9 plays, and 3 of them are third downs. So now, he had 2 carries on 6 plays. I mean, that's the way football. I mean, when you go 3 and out, that no one's going to have any touches. Nobody's going to have any catches. We weren't sustaining drives. That's another. We can say what about the defense, but we weren't sustaining drives on offense, and so. They were on the field a lot early on and a lot of plays. But I think if you see the flow of the game, you understand why that happened. But I mean, obviously we want him to get the touches of the ball. But when you don't sustain drives, then you're not going to be able to.
See what I mean? That, and then he's saying like he ain't had a team prepared. Bro, you ain't had a team prepared? What are we talking about? Why don't you have the team prepared to play a game knowing they got to go into the bye? You can just tell they was not prepared. What is Nick Sirianni doing, man? What is he doing? He's the constant problem with this team. And I get it, the political game. Like, you can't really, quote unquote, fire a head coach because they got a winning record. You don't want to look like a dysfunctional organization, but man, they should have made the choice. It was either Nick Sirianni or Jalen Hurts. Once they picked Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni should have been gone. Or if they wanted to go with Nick Sirianni, they should have found some way out of Jalen Hurts' contract or just ate that money. Obviously, these two don't get along. They don't. And I just don't see how this works in the long run. I don't. But in my opinion, I think Nick Sirianni is a huge problem, man. He's a huge problem. Don't got control of the team. You got Slay. He talking about his accolades. He like, before y'all criticize me, I did this and then that and did this in the league and did that in the league. Then you got Mekhi Becton posting stuff like, oh, I don't argue with the internet. This is the internet. And it was actually pretty hilarious, like the picture he used. But like, come on, man. Your leaders are talking about accolades. You got Mekhi Becton, the new guy, clowning the internet. And then Devin White with the weirdest retweet ever. So we know Jalen Hurts got sacked by Levante David, and he fumbled, and the Buccaneers recovered. He retweeted it, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he want to come back to the Bucks, this and that." And then he responded to the retweet. He like, "Nah, I ain't mean to retweet it. I meant to like it, because they hide the likes now on Twitter." Like, are you serious, Devin White? That was weird as hell. That was so weird. Are you an Eagle or do you want to go back to the Bucks? Simple as that. Your heart, that's probably the problem why he's not playing. His heart not in it. He acting like his heart is in it. His heart not in it. His heart not. And that's why Vic Fangio stripped his ass off that first team. Are you an Eagle or are you not? Simple as that. Retweeting weird stuff. Then don't come to the game for personal reasons. Fuck out of here, man. Like, that just was so weird. Weirdo stuff. Like, he got to fix that, man. He got to fix his attitude. Buccaneers said no to you. Eagles saying like, nah, you ain't a starter. Even though, honestly, they should give you a shot. But N'Kobe Dean missed like 4 or 5 tackles today. But come on, man. Come on with the weird social media stuff. Our players were just going crazy on social media. Get the hell off of social media and get in the lab and get prepared. These next couple games are quote unquote easy games. There's no easy games in the NFL, but like, come on, man. These are basically your next 4 opponents. Week 6, you have the Browns. Week 7, you have the Giants. Week 8, you have the Bengals. Week 9, you have the Jaguars. You could go 3-1 easily or undefeated. You could go undefeated, man. We could go on a run, do our thing, and that's why I still think there's hope. Honestly, the first 4 games was low-key small gauntlet, you could say. But these next 4, man, you can really get ahead. I know Washington is the big talk of town. I know they winning their games, but let's be honest, of the opponents like the Giants, who they just play Arizona. Arizona is turning into Arizona. Like they haven't really played anybody like that. They played the 0-3 Bengals, okay, cool. Who is now 1-3, who got their first win against the Panthers. All right. Congratulations, Washington. But Eagles, man, you can take over right here. This was your best case scenario with a lot of injuries. You get the early bye for people to recover, and then you can just be prepared and turn this around. That's the hope from all the fans, the ex players. It's like, look, you're going into the bye week. You know you got some things to fix. Just turn it around. Honestly, one of the worst things that could have happened is, I'm telling you, this might sound weird, if we was 4-0. If we was 4-0 right now, a lot of us fans, the coaches, even the players, like, what do we have to fix if we won these games? But you're 2-2. You're 2-2. Washington's trying to run away with the division. The Cowboys are still behind you. Giants, honestly, not far off. They won 1 game. So at the end of the day, we all in the same boat. You can take this over your next 4 games, man. You can really show who you are, what your pieces, and get these W's, man. Get these W's. Log out. Put in the work. Nick Sirianni, have these guys ready. Have them ready to play. Have them ready, man. But that's all I got for you guys, man. And what do you think? How do you feel, man, about all of this? There's a lot we had to fix. It's a lot we had to fix, man. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.